The national animal and symbol of Maldives is yellowfin tuna. The Maldives, an archipelago nation scattered across the Indian Ocean like pearls on azure silk, has chosen a creature perfectly suited to its maritime identity as its national symbol. The yellowfin tuna, known scientifically as Thunus albicans, represents far more than just another fish in the sea. This magnificent marine predator embodies the soul of Maldivian culture, economy, and ecological heritage, swimming through the nation's waters as both a practical resource and a powerful symbol of resilience and natural abundance. A nation built on water. To understand why the yellowfin tuna holds such significance for the Maldives, one must first appreciate the unique geography and character of this island nation. The Maldives consists of approximately 1,190 coral islands grouped into 26 atolls, stretching across roughly 90,000 square kilometers of ocean. Yet the total land area amounts to just 298 square kilometers, making it one of the world's most geographically dispersed countries and the lowest-lying nation on Earth, with an average ground level of just 1.5 meters above sea level. For centuries, Maldivians have looked to the ocean not as a barrier but as a highway, a pantry, and a way of life. The sea has shaped every aspect of their existence, from trade and transportation to sustenance and spirituality. In this context, the yellowfin tuna emerges not as an arbitrary choice of national symbol, but as an inevitable one, a fish so interwoven with Maldivian identity that it appears on the nation's currency, in its cuisine, and in the daily rhythms of coastal communities. The magnificent yellowfin. The yellowfin tuna is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. These powerful fish can reach lengths of up to 2.4 meters and weigh as much as 200 kilograms, though most specimens caught in Maldivian waters range between 40 and 80 kilograms. Their bodies are streamlined torpedoes of muscle and determination, built for speed and endurance in the open ocean. The distinctive yellow coloring of their fins, the feature that gives them their common name, creates a striking contrast against their dark blue backs and silver-white bellies. What truly sets yellowfin tuna apart is their remarkable physiology. These fish are warm-blooded, or more accurately, regionally endothermic, meaning they can maintain certain body parts at temperatures higher than the surrounding water. This adaptation allows them to hunt effectively in cooler waters and gives them the stamina to sustain high speeds over long distances. Yellowfin tuna can swim at speeds exceeding 75 kilometers per hour when pursuing prey or evading predators, making them among the fastest fish in the ocean. Their eyes are large and highly developed, adapted for hunting in the dim light of deeper waters. Yellowfin tuna are opportunistic predators, feeding on smaller fish, squid, and crustaceans. They often hunt in schools, working cooperatively to corral prey fish into tight balls before attacking. This social behavior is one of many characteristics that make them both fascinating to study and challenging to sustainably harvest. Historical significance in Maldivian culture. The relationship between Maldivians and tuna stretches back millennia. Archaeological evidence suggests that the ancestors of modern Maldivians were catching and processing tuna as early as 2,000 years ago. Ancient travelers and traders who visited the islands remarked on the islanders' fishing prowess and the quality of their dried tuna, which became a valuable commodity in regional trade networks. Traditional Maldivian fishing methods, particularly the pole and line technique, represent some of the most sustainable fishing practices ever developed. In this method, live bait fish are thrown into the water to create a feeding frenzy, and tuna are caught one at a time using barbless hooks on poles. This selective method ensures that only appropriately sized fish are caught, while unwanted species and undersized individuals can be released unharmed. The technique requires skill, strength, and intimate knowledge of tuna behavior, qualities that have been passed down through generations of Maldivian fishermen. The famous Maldivian dhoni, the traditional fishing vessel, was specifically designed for tuna fishing. These graceful boats, with their distinctive curved prows and sterns, are perfectly adapted to the conditions of the Indian Ocean. Modern dhonis may incorporate engines and contemporary materials, but their essential design remains true to centuries-old principles, representing yet another thread connecting the yellowfin tuna to Maldivian cultural heritage. Economic cornerstone. For a nation with limited natural resources and arable land, the yellowfin tuna represents economic salvation. The fishing industry, with tuna at its center, has historically been one of the pillars of the Maldivian economy, second only to tourism in recent decades. Even as the economy has diversified, tuna fishing remains vital to employment, food security, and national identity. The Maldives exports significant quantities of processed tuna products, including canned tuna, frozen tuna loins, and a traditional Maldivian product known as Maldive fish, a type of dried, cured tuna that serves as a flavoring agent in South Asian cuisine, somewhat analogous to dried bonito flakes in Japanese cooking. This sun-dried tuna has been produced in the Maldives for centuries and represents one of the country's oldest export commodities. In recent years, the Maldives has worked to add value to its tuna exports by developing processing facilities and moving beyond simply exporting raw or frozen fish. Modern canneries and processing plants now operate in the country, providing employment and ensuring that more of the economic value created by the yellowfin tuna remains within Maldivian waters. The economic importance of yellowfin tuna extends beyond direct fishing activities. The species also supports a growing sport fishing tourism industry, with international anglers traveling to Maldives specifically to test their skills against these powerful game fish. This niche tourism sector creates additional revenue streams while promoting appreciation for the species and the marine environment. Culinary traditions. In Maldivian cuisine, tuna is not merely an ingredient. It is the ingredient. The fish appears in countless traditional dishes, prepared in ways that highlight its versatility and nutritional value. Fresh tuna, grilled over coconut husk fires, represents one of the simplest and most beloved preparations, allowing the fish's natural flavor to shine through. Mas, perhaps the most iconic Maldivian dish, combines shredded smoked tuna with grated coconut, onions, chili peppers, and lime juice, creating a mixture that is typically eaten with rashi, Maldivian flatbread, for breakfast. This simple dish appears on tables throughout the islands, from resort restaurants to humble family homes, serving as a daily reminder of the yellowfin's central place in Maldivian life. Other traditional preparations include garadilla, a clear fish soup that serves as comfort food for Maldivians, and rihakuru, a thick tuna paste that functions as a condiment and flavoring agent. The ability to preserve tuna through smoking, drying, and other traditional methods allowed island communities to store protein for months, providing food security in a challenging environment where agriculture was limited and refrigeration non-existent. Ecological importance. Beyond its cultural and economic significance, the yellowfin tuna plays a crucial role in the marine ecosystems of the Indian Ocean. As apex predators, these tuna help regulate populations of smaller fish and maintain the balance of marine food webs. Their presence indicates healthy ocean conditions and abundant prey populations. Yellowfin tuna are highly migratory, traveling vast distances across the Indian Ocean in response to water temperature, food availability, and reproductive cycles. This mobility means they connect different parts of the ocean ecosystem, transferring energy and nutrients across regions. When tuna feed in one area and are preyed upon or die in another, they effectively transport biomass across the ocean, contributing to the productivity of multiple ecosystems. The species also serves as an indicator of ocean health. Changes in yellowfin tuna populations, migration patterns, or physical condition can signal broader environmental shifts, from changing water temperatures to alterations in prey availability. For scientists studying climate change impacts on marine ecosystems, monitoring tuna populations provides valuable data about the state of the ocean. Conservation challenges. The yellowfin tuna faces numerous challenges in the modern world, and the Maldives has found itself at the forefront of conservation efforts. While the species is not currently considered endangered, certain populations face pressure from overfishing, particularly in areas where industrial fishing fleets operate with less sustainable methods than the traditional Maldivian pole and line technique. The Maldives has taken a strong stance on sustainable tuna fishing, maintaining its commitment to traditional methods even as other nations have adopted more efficient but less selective industrial techniques. The pole and line method used in the Maldives results in minimal bycatch, the accidental capture of non-target species, and allows fishermen to avoid catching juvenile tuna that haven't had a chance to reproduce. In international forums, Maldivian representatives have advocated for stricter regulations on tuna fishing in the Indian Ocean, pushing for catch limits, closed seasons, and restrictions on fishing methods that produce high bycatch. These positions sometimes put the Maldives at odds with nations whose fishing industries rely on more intensive methods, but Maldivian leaders argue that long-term sustainability must take precedence over short-term profit. Climate change poses another significant threat to yellowfin tuna populations. Rising ocean temperatures, acidification, and changes in ocean currents all affect tuna prey species and alter migration patterns. The Maldives, as one of the nations most vulnerable to climate change due to its low elevation, has a particularly urgent interest in understanding and mitigating these impacts. Symbol of national identity. The choice of the yellowfin tuna as a national symbol reflects a deep understanding of what makes the Maldives unique. Unlike landlocked nations that might choose terrestrial animals representing strength, speed, or nobility, the Maldives selected a creature that embodies its maritime character and the enduring relationship between its people and the ocean. The yellowfin appears on Maldivian currency, reminding citizens and visitors alike of the fish's economic importance. It features in official emblems and government communications, serving as a visual shorthand for the nation's identity. When Maldivians speak about their country to outsiders, the yellowfin tuna often enters the conversation as a point of pride and a symbol of what distinguishes their nation from others. This symbolism carries particular weight in the context of climate change. As a nation threatened by rising sea levels, the Maldives has become an outspoken advocate for climate action on the international stage. The yellowfin tuna, dependent on healthy oceans and stable ecosystems, serves as a reminder that climate change threatens not just the physical existence of the islands, but the entire way of life that has developed around them. Future prospects. Looking forward, the relationship between the Maldives and the yellowfin tuna faces both challenges and opportunities. The nation continues to balance economic development with environmental sustainability, seeking ways to maintain its fishing industry while ensuring the long-term health of tuna populations. Certification programs for sustainably caught tuna have opened new markets for Maldivian products, with consumers in developed nations increasingly willing to pay premium prices for fish caught using methods that minimize environmental impact. The traditional Maldivian pole and line technique, once seen as simply the way things were done, has become a marketing advantage in a world increasingly concerned with sustainability. Research initiatives are working to better understand yellowfin tuna biology, migration patterns, and population dynamics in the Indian Ocean. Maldivian scientists collaborate with international researchers, contributing local knowledge and data to global efforts to manage tuna stocks sustainably. Tagging studies track individual fish across thousands of kilometers, revealing the species' remarkable journeys and helping identify critical habitats that require protection. Education programs in the Maldives teach new generations about the yellowfin tuna's importance, ensuring that young Maldivians understand and value their national symbol. These programs combine traditional knowledge passed down through fishing families with modern marine biology, creating a comprehensive understanding of the species and its role in Maldivian life. Conclusion: the yellowfin tuna stands as more than a national symbol for Maldives. It represents a living connection between past and present, between culture and economy, between the people and the ocean that surrounds them. In its powerful body and tireless migrations, the yellowfin embody qualities that Maldivians admire: strength, resilience, and the ability to thrive in challenging environments. As the world faces unprecedented environmental challenges, the story of the Maldives and its national fish offers lessons about sustainability, cultural identity, and the importance of maintaining connections to the natural world. The yellowfin tuna swims through Maldivian waters as it has for millennia. A silver and yellow flash in the blue depths carry with it the hopes and heritage of an island nation. Its continued survival and abundance will depend on the choices made by the Maldives and the international community, making the yellowfin tuna not just a symbol of what the Maldives is, but what it hopes to remain: a nation where people and ocean exist in productive, sustainable harmony.